Welcome everybody to Scott Cooks. I know usually I got a shot of the food first, but let's talk about what's going to happen today. I recently ordered some chicken wings at a restaurant. They're pretty good. They were probably deep fried, most likely. And the flavoring was good on them. They were Parmesan garlic. So I'm thinking, like I always do, I got all these foodie devices. I wonder if I can do this at home for a fraction of the cost and taste just as good as a deep fried. So I was thinking, okay, I'll look back at my recipes. I've done something similar a long time ago. I air fried some wings. They came out great. But let's go for some tenderness. Let's go for some juiciness. So I'm thinking I got steam and crisp now. Well, let's do that. All right, so I went to the store, to the Walmart actually, and no, that's not true. I lied. I went to the Safeway this time. Usually go to Walmart, but I went to Safeway because it was closer. Look at the price of chicken wings. Can you believe this? $18.18. That's absurd. You know what they used to cost. I used to get this many wings for what, $4 or $5. But anyway, I digress. This is 4 pounds of chicken wings. Now, the reason I got these instead of those party wings or those split wings, this is usually what you get at a restaurant, is because I wanted some meat on these things. So I went for the real chicken wings. These are big chicken wings. And I picked myself up some Parmesan garlic wing sauce. Should be exactly what you get in the restaurant. Now, there's a couple ways we can do this. We can marinate. I don't think that's going to work. We can go ahead and steam and crisp and get these to the crispness that we want and use this as a dipping sauce. Maybe. I'm thinking more of getting it the way I want it, dumping them in a bowl, pouring this all over top, mixing them up, and having it like that. And that's the way we're going to go. We're going Ninja Foodi tonight. Steam and crisp chicken wings. Let's go. All right, so this recipe is specifically for steam and crisp mode. If you don't have that model, you can still do the same thing. You can check one of my older recipes and just go for the air fry. So don't do what I'm doing. So I've got about a cup or so of water in there. Just make sure that your water level does not come over top of your pot. That's all we care about. We need a little bit of airflow, and we don't want these wings sitting in water anyway. That would not cook up very well. So the whole point, what is the point? What are we doing? We're steaming and crisping. And if you've never seen me do a steam and crisp recipe, well, you've certainly been missing out. These create steam from the bottom and air fry from the top at the same time. I know that sounds just weird if you've never done it or seen it. It creates some of the most juiciest, tenderest, crispiest food I have ever cooked in my life. I also do it in the Ninja Speedy. If you're looking to do something quick and easy, the Speedy would not hold this many wings, by the way, which is why we're not using the Speedy tonight. That's right, you see a little bit of ice on here. Just picked these up a few hours ago from the store. Ice won't make a bit of difference. As soon as that steam hits it, that ice is gone. So that's it. And the only thing that we're going to have to monitor is the crispiness and make sure that we're getting crispy all the way through. We're trying to simulate an oil cook here, a deep fry is what I'm trying to say. And so we were most likely going to have to shake the basket around or flip them over or something somewhere in the process. Let's get cooking. Now, I know some of you probably yelling through the camera right now or through the TV or whatever. Scott, you didn't season your wings. Well, of course I didn't season these wings because I have that wonderful sauce that we're going to dip or coat in later on. And I looked at the ingredients. That's got all the seasoning I'm ever going to need. Of course, normally I would use my pink Himalayan salt and pepper and all that business if I was just going straight up. But we're going for that other flavor. So no seasoning required. Let me go over this real fast for you. On steam and crisp, this valve here, it makes no difference whatsoever. It doesn't matter where you put it because that's not where the steam comes out. Steam comes out the rear. It's going to fill your little cup, so make sure you dump your plastic cup first before you start. Dump it when you're finished. It'll probably be full of water. Depending on your model, this next step might depend on your model, but for me, I move my lever to the center position. I turn my dial to steam and crisp right there. 390 is a little high because I stacked those wings up, which meant I got closer and closer to this element. I'm just going to drop it a hair. Let's go to 380. Let's go to 375 to be cautious. We can always increase it later. 20 minutes is fine to get us started. We don't have to complete the 20 minutes, and we can add to it, take away, or just open the lid. It don't matter on these devices. Fire up. We'll have about a, I don't know, about an 8-minute preheat as it boils the water. Well, okay, we just popped the lid. We're about 10 minutes in, and we're gonna just take a peek. We need to see what's happening. So first off, we're getting crispy. We're definitely getting juicy. In fact, these things are practically cooked. So you can see it's kind of a grayish color, but it is, you can see the bubbling in the skin. You hear that? If I can get the camera to focus. So we're just about there. So what I've done, because I know these are really tender and they're going to fall apart if I just try to stir. So I just brought me a bowl in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull some of these out and try to get some from the bottom. But honestly, what I'm really trying to do is just look at the bottom. Okay, so these are a little whiter than the other ones. The other ones we're getting a little gray. They're getting the color. And what we're going to try to do here is, I'm going to need a bigger bowl. Hey, they look like frog legs down there, don't they? So what I want to do is get some of these from the top to the bottom. So I'm going to get a second bowl going on here and see if I can't separate these out. So you're probably thinking, well, Scott, this is an awful lot of work. Well, it is to achieve my goal of simulating a, yeah, see, we got just a little pinkish going on the bottoms. But did I need to do this? Only because I'm trying to make it like a deep fry. If I just want to cook these things and be done with it, no, I didn't need to open the lid. I didn't need to flip them. I didn't need to do anything. But I'm looking for that extra crispy. And this is the only way I know how to get it. So that's what we're going to do. Now we're going to be dropping some of the ones from the bottom. Kind of layering them up. I don't even need to layer. Oops, I just hit the camera. We can just dump them. That's the beauty of the Foodi. The air, steam, it's just going to go all around. All right, enough dilly-dallying around. We don't want to lose too much heat there. Back down we go, and it'll just turn on for us. Sweet, that is 10 minutes in. We are browned up real nice. Now I want to go. Oh, we are so crispy. We might be done. I'm going to put it on just a little bit of air fry. The chicken is super tender, super cooked. It's all done. Let's air fry it for just a few minutes. Let's just see if we can just brown it up just a touch more. I'm not sure what that's going to look like on the camera, but I think you can see we're pretty brown, pretty crispy. You can hear it. Listen, put my mic down here. Listen. Crackle, crackle, crackle. Let's get just a touch more crackle out of that. All right, guys, here we are. Right out of the Foodi, still in the pot, actually. Golden brown. A little bit, about 3 minutes of air fry on top. Golden brown, super crispy, super juicy. We're going to let that cool for just a couple seconds. Get it over in our mixing bowl. Get some of that great sauce on there. Might save a little for dipping. We'll see how that goes. All right, a little at a time. We got about half of them in the bowl. We'll start with a little sauce. And once again, if you didn't catch it at the beginning. And let's add the rest of them in there now. Well, this really covered them well. I have about a quarter bottle left. Not sure I need it for dipping, but I think I'll pour a little in a bowl for dipping because I got more than enough on here. So we're just going to slosh this around, get our tongs in there and spread it around a little bit. And let's go ahead and get this, let's get this stirred up a little bit, let it cool so I can actually eat it. And let's get this a taste test and see how close we are to restaurant style deep fried wings. just cut into one a little bit. Let's just see how we're doing. Now I know you don't use a fork and knife for chicken wings. What is wrong with you, Scott? But I do want to just trying to get a piece out of here so you can see what's happening. Very juicy. I'm not sure this camera's going to pick up the juices. The juices are running. Very well coated, and that's the piece I think we're going to give it a little try. Let's do it now. Still pretty hot, but here we go. All right, first off, flavor. Yes, that's good. That's a very good flavor. Second off, juiciness, without a doubt. Crispy. I got it crispy. I had a crunch. And some of these I could tell when I was mixing them up were a little crunchier than the others. So I got pretty much what I was after. I think maybe I could have air fried a few more minutes. Maybe I could have mixed them and air fried a couple more minutes. But still, I'm going to go with success. Now, one thing I will say, I'm trying to cut another piece while I'm talking. One thing I will say is that very often in a restaurant situation with the wings, they do deep fry them, most of the time anyway. And sometimes they dry them out, so the flavor is really good, but the wing itself, a little dried in the middle. Not the case here with my wings. Not with steam and crisp. Those are very tender, very juicy. Well, I'm going to call it a success. We're going to make a little mixed salad to go with that for dinner. And we're going to chow down here. And I just want to thank you guys for watching. I want to really thank you people that are sharing my videos. I really do appreciate that. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead. I mean, lots and lots of subscribers. It doesn't cost you anything. I don't never ask nobody for no money, for nothing. If you want to go to the Patreon, if you want to buy a membership, that's up to you. In other words, it's all free. Click the like button, subscribe to the channel. It don't cost you a penny. And we will see you real soon on the very next video.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how.